So the thing, okay, yeah, the thing is, I don't want to gain MMR. I just don't want to lose it either, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Like,
Well, if you're not aiming for higher, then you will go lower.
yeah, I know what you mean, but I just want to get better as a player, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
I
Okay,
don't care.
so
I don't care about MMR because then that'll turn into me back then,
yeah.
just trying to play for MMR.
So when you're playing Storm versus Storm is generally a weak off lane, a weak mid laner in the laning stage. One of the biggest reasons for that is because he has he, you'll see most mid laners have nukes. Storm also has a nuke, but that's like a puck has a nuke that will hit the enemy. A cop has a nuke that will hit the enemy. Storm has a nuke which just sits there, and it's a melee range nuke, and any enemy can just avoid it if they want to, especially a ranged enemy. So pretty much you won't see you hit the invoker with the static remnant. That's not going to happen. That's also why people max overload because that's the only way you get nuke down on the enemy. Right. So when you are playing Storm against most regular regular mid laners, they're going to be stronger than you. Especially people like Invoker who can do a shit ton of harass up. So when you're playing against these guys, you want to go for a bottle rush build. A bottle rush build on Storm is getting a Mantle of Intelligence, two ironwood branches, and then full tangos. Or you can get Mantle of Intelligence, two ironwood branches, and a full set of tangos, depending on how hard you think the lane is going to. Well, you don't
Oh
really
yeah, yeah.
need to get a full tangos because you're going to go for the bottle rush. You're going to end up having 300 gold. All right, hold on. Let's do a quick calculation. What do I need quick calculation for? Mantle Intelligence costs 150 gold. Two ironwood branches cost 100 gold. That's a 250 gold. You start off with 625. 625 minus, what did I say?
250.
250. That means seven. Yeah, exactly. 735 plus the 100 gold if you get the rune, and that means you're essentially missing out 185 gold. So every 1 minute you get 100 gold. So essentially, if you get like 2 CS, uh,
Still,
within like the next minute, you will get your bottle. So that's pretty
okay.
easy. Like out of 8 creeps, if you get 2 CS, that's your bottle. And essentially, you can pretty much, if you play the way you want to play it, is you want all four of these creeps, and that's your bottle. That way, and the way you want to do it is the range creep is going to come first, right? Usually. So what you want to do is, as soon as the range creep gets close to half HP, you just walk up there. You Well, sorry. When the
You're good.
creeps meet, you want to start right clicking one of the melee heroes, melee creeps as
Yeah,
well,
and
and
Remnant.
you walk up there. You lay down a static remnant. You get the range creep, and you get the melee. Suddenly, you've got the creep advantage. That means Invoker's gonna not wanna right click you because more of your creeps are there than his creeps. And then you can, if you are good at last hitting, you can get the next two creeps as well.
Uh
That's
huh.
your bottle within the first wave. You pushed out the lane, and now you can quickly move back and block the creep wave, oncoming creep wave. You block the creep wave, and the next creep wave can actually land within on your high ground. So you completely reset everything as well. So that's the way you want to essentially play. It's very risky going for the right click on invoker. That's not something that you want. That's a storm.
Okay.
Ooh. So anyway, so you're lucky that it's a Quaspex invoker. Quaspex invoker is actually weaker in lane than a storm. Um,
Yeah. I feel
because
like he went Causeway just because I was mana dependent.
that's not a good reason to go for Quaspex, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I think that's the only reason why. Because this is 2K, dude.
No, I mean like if you look at their heroes and if you look at your heroes, they have literally no stuns or control, but they have tons of damage from
Oh,
things,
yeah,
tons of
okay.
damage from SF, tons of damage. Well, some damage from
So he's basically the control.
Bristle. So he's the tornado EMP ice wall guy. essentially. So very good decision on this part, but which also does mean that you should be playing very much up in his face. But you're doing a decent job with last time. So 2 minutes in, you should have was it 8 CS, 16. So 2 minutes in, you should have 16 CS. So you've got 8 CS now, and there's 3 more on the ground. Okay, there's 2 more on the ground. So if you
Okay,
get
yeah, I'm
10,
looking at this back and yeah, I see it.
you should happily use, like, especially because it's a Quas Vex Invoker, you should be pushing out the wave every single time right underneath his tower so he can't farm for Jack. Like, right now, I expect, he has to have lower CS than you. I expect his CS to be maybe 6, not 5. Alright, it's even worse. So if you'd actually been pushing out the wave, maybe he would have had 3 CS instead of, that's just useless.
Oh, okay.
He would have had 3 CS instead of 5. Also, you just threw down a static remnant just to do an overload damage. That is complete waste of 100 mana. What you could have done is you could have made sure that
Get a
these
last hit.
two, yeah, like not just one last hit, but like 2 last
Two,
hits.
yeah.
This is what I like. This is what you should have been doing a long time ago, where you just pushing out the wave constantly. In fact, even double waving would have been okay, but I really don't want to get into the double wave scenario right now. So you need to block these. You just allowed him to push that wave into your tower, and you didn't tank the creep wave. So you literally got 3 creeps under your tower, and you missed every single one of them. You didn't even use static remnant farm, not even that one. So you're not using static remnant at all to farm, which you should be doing.
Okay.
You're missing easy CS. This is
Yeah, dude, I can tell, man. Like, this is why I wanted to.
now you're level
It,
6. You can't really kill a Quasvex Invoker just because he can turn Invis. That's why you can't kill him. But what you can do is you can have a TP right now. If you have a TP, well, to be perfectly honest, um, if he allows you to hit him like that, you can kill him. Um, what you want to make sure is you want to make sure when he uses invoke to invoke a spell, and you want to make sure how much mana he has left over. To be honest, Ice Ghostwalk uses very 200 mana still. So Ghostwalk uses 200 mana. The second thing that first thing you want to make sure is, did he just use invoke? Because if he used invoke, just click on him and check what abilities he has. If he does not, if he didn't actually just invoke Invis, then that's it. That's 23 seconds, 22 seconds of time for you to jump him and kill him, right? Because he will not go Invis. Also, if you check his mana pool and he has less than 200 mana, that's another, like right now, immediately what you should do is you should walk right up to here, zap in behind him, right click him once, drop this charge, right click him another time, zap again, right click him. That's it. He's dead. Guaranteed. He's dead. I can even do the calculation for you. He's got 480 HP right
yeah,
now.
he has a stick.
He's got a stick with, well, even then, it's 150 extra HP. So instead of
Well, I mean,
four,
when when I zip, he'll get an extra stick.
well, what I'm saying is, like, he'll have 10 even if he has 10 charges max, that's
Uh-huh.
150 HP.
Oh,
150
okay, okay.
HP means, like, he's got 630 HP. That means you zap in once. Hard to judge how much damage you're going to do from the from the zap, but ignoring that, you're going to do 74 plus
Uh-huh.
80, so
Plus
150 right click damage from this. Then you lay down a static remnant, that's 180.
180.
So that's 300 and something. And after you do this, then you throw another 150. So that's Where are we at right now?
like
We're at
or 500 something.
we are
I
at
usually
500 something. Then you zap again and right click again, and that's
and then
650.
it's
Maybe you need to put down another right click or something, and that's it. He's dead.
oh okay yeah,
But
and
yeah,
then yeah
but
you'll be dead.
guaranteed he's dead. But if you want to like get him even closer, then yeah, there you go. Now he's guaranteed dead. He's even used stick. He's used stick now. So now you know. Now he's at 500 and he's used stick, and you're like you are at full mana because you can actually use one. Actually, what you should do is when you zap in, that's when as soon as you click zap, immediately use bottle because you'll be charging up while
Uh,
you are zapping in. So just a little bit of
I yeah.
but Storm can kill most heroes, even Viper. You can even kill Viper as soon as you turn level 6. That's the best part. Given Viper doesn't actually isn't actually maxing out his passive. Corrosive skin, my bad. There we go. Oh, you missed that. Oh. So you missed the right click, which would have been a kill. Okay, let's see. You did that right. Okay.
I should have waited until EMP, huh?
First off, no. Did you actually get burned by the?
Yeah,
First off, I don't
that's why I
like.
didn't have.
First off, I don't like you using your air remnant here. What you could have done is zap in behind him right now and use remnant to damage him. Okay.
Yeah, I got.
What?
Yeah, that
Oh
was.
wow. Okay, so you did get, but you did miss a right click as well. So you got
Yeah, I
this.
mean I got because I usually do A and I have it near the cruiser. Like I instead of right clicking the hero, I usually do A to right click any the closest.
So you just did 250, 150 damage to a creep. That could have been this game. Mistakes were made. Oh, you did that again, I think. I think you did it again.
I might need to change that.
No. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You right click. I think he still would have lived, but would have been close.
All right, I'm gonna change that because
Yeah, that should not happen. All right,
because
so in this game, you want to rush. They don't really have anything to lock you down apart from a Hodge ult, which is really tough to land on you. So you definitely okay. I say that. Uh, so in this game, you definitely want to be rushing that Bloodstone. Most games, I don't want to be rushing that Bloodstone.
well yeah I got the boots first.
Sorry?
The arcane boots, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other one.
yeah. That's a really that's gonna be really easy, but you don't want to jump into PvP. So it workers here. Didn't need to zap that long. Your zaps are way too long. Way too long. Right. You didn't use a single bottle charge. Try to use bottle while you zap. While you zap, when you press zap, just use bottle as well,
Okay,
because it's invulnerability, and you will get that
I never thought of that. Like
bottle charge.
I didn't think of it that way, but yeah.
You
No one ever told
definitely.
me that. I never learned that. Like,
Also, your zaps were completely like erratic, way too
I
long.
know.
You don't want to use that long zaps. You could have gone for him if you did earlier, but now it's unsafe. But once again, Invoker, like you're looking for kills. That's not something you should be doing at all at this point. Really, what you should be doing is farming. You should
Okay.
be farming your bloodstone. You should be farming in the jungle, uh, in your jungle or in their jungle. It doesn't really matter because they don't really have anything to catch you. So you can actually stay in their jungle, farm in their jungle. If somebody pops into the lane, like SF pops in right now, you go and kill him, and then you go back into the lane, and you're basically telling them that, guys, this jungle belongs to me now. If you come into this lane, into this bot lane, I will kill you every single time until you rotate like 3 heroes bot here, at which point I'll just go away and go farm somewhere else. So that's what you really need to be doing. But you need your bloodstone first. Like you went, killed Invoker mid. You walked all the way bot. You killed SF. You came all the way back mid. Literally walked, didn't even TP. You walked all the way back mid to kill these guys. This is like you're not getting your bloodstone. Like any team fight that goes wrong, that's it. The game is lost.
Okay.
Because at this point you've got 50 CS, 15 minutes in. Not
Yeah.
because like that's pretty much your lane CS. You haven't farmed since that time, since you left the lane. That was a bad decision. You're already behind in gold
Yeah.
and decided to buy back. So yeah, your main priority should just be farming, and
Okay.
instead
So
you're
instead of fighting, I just need to
yeah,
farm.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Also, this if you did go for the kill on SF, then this could have been like if you moved properly. This could have been a kill on SF. You don't have a TP. You should always have a TP on you. Alright,
I don't know what. I don't know where he went. Oh, he probably forced that. Oh no, he
alright.
went. He went. Oh, he got
Okay,
me.
so the way you want to do this is your static remnant actually gives you vision. So if you right here, you should have used your static remnant and dust. In fact, if you'd used okay, it was probably too late. Let's see where he was. He was here, yeah. So essentially, what should have happened was the way you wanted to play this is you see the SF. Now
He
he goes
dusted me.
onto the high ground. This is when you use static remnant immediately. You use static remnant and you see him disappearing. You pop dust and you know exactly where he is. So always want to use static remnant for vision. Yeah, you don't have a TP, so you're just gonna miss this. Also, you have a wand. I've pretty much never made wand on a storm because you don't really have the item slots for it, and it's kind of a waste of 500 gold. Doesn't really do much.
Okay.
Unless of course there's like a Zeus against it. So you're falling further and further behind. Um, 22 minutes in, hell, 18 minutes in, you should have had a Bloodstone. Considering the amazing start you had a pretty decent, a very decent lane.
Yeah, I could have had
You
it
should have,
earlier, but I
yeah,
bought that. I was like, that.
yeah, absolutely. When you zap, you want to zap behind an enemy, so you also clip them with the damage from your ult, which is highly underrated. It actually does do a fair bit of damage.
Yeah.
Didn't need to use skill. That's good.
So it's just farming I need to work on.
Yeah, focus more, prioritize farming. When
Okay.
you play farming mid, you want to prioritize farming. You played both of these heroes, SF and Storm are both farming mid. You need to farm more, prioritize farm. You should have realized way long ago that he's dealing damage to you. Your zaps are uncontrolled. You want to know exactly what to do before you do it. Um,
Mhm.
it almost feels like you zap in and then you reassess the situation. That should not be happening. Okay, that's nice. You've got a Bloodstone now, so where are you going up here? Orchid. Once
Yeah.
again, you didn't zap behind. So the reason why you want to zap behind is so that you can actually throw down a static remnant and force them to hit that static remnant. You had a life stealer here, so you really didn't need to open with electric vortex. You could have waited a little bit longer,
Okay.
or essentially you didn't even have to use it.
Fuck you, Comcast.
Totally. No, that's yeah. Alright, let's pretty quickly as our last fight. No
Oh no.
vision. You had no. So when you're going up on a high, well, it's your side of the map, so it's not too bad. But you want to use static remnant whenever you're going on a place where you everybody shows up, try to take the fight, now you just run. I definitely think if you stayed there for like a brief second, you knew Clinks was there. The right move, once you guys had initiated on the SF, the right
No,
move
Clinks was
was to.
invis.
Now the Clinks is hitting you.
Oh
So the
no,
right.
before then.
No. What I mean
Oh
is like,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Right now, okay.
Right now,
My bad.
guys should have killed the SF and then ran away. Because keep in mind, this is a very unusual game in that they don't have any stuns or lockdown for you. Until Klinks gets his Orchid, which he probably won't this game, they really don't have anything to lock you down. So you want to take the maximum advantage of that fact and just play on the edge. Not even on the edge. It's not even playing on the edge. Just like don't zap until you need to. Kill the SF. If you kill the SF, you know, uh, maybe the life stealer could have made a clean escape. Maybe you guys could have turned around and killed somebody else instead. I don't know. Hard to say if that first step actually happened. Okay. Now, when you go look for a team fight, what you want to be doing is you want to look for the highest priority target. In this game, at the moment, their entire lineup relies on the invoker to control this crowd and keep people in place and stuff, etc. So what you want to do is you want to jump on the invoker. You kill the Klings, the SF is dealing tons of damage. You kill the SF, the Klings is dealing tons of damage. So what you really want to do is just kill the invoker as quickly as possible. You keep doing this thing where you just right click a creep, and that's like a lot of damage. That's like 100 damage plus 100. That's like 200 damage that
I never
you
noticed it, but I usually just press a click. I
you
think that's
see.
why.
You just hit this creep right there
All right,
for
I'm gonna
200 damage.
change that because that's kind of.
And EMP, you didn't dodge the EMP either. Use the bottle. Use bottle. Use bottle. Uh, Okay, two things. First off, if you'd used bottle here, you would have killed him. Secondly, what you should have done is you should have kept chasing him. You would have been in enough range to right click him in 2 seconds. You right click him and you just static remnant where you're standing. This guy was dead guaranteed.
Okay.
Actually, you didn't even need to do that. You just could have kept chasing him and used bottle charges and then zap and right click him and he died. All right, so yeah, this is end the game now. At this point,
Yeah.
the skill score is double. They've pretty much lost the game. So, any questions?
No, that's it. Sorry for like